Hello everybody and welcome back for episode 9 of the Doll Symposium. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my cute little assistant for today is the very lovely Haruna. So without further ado, why don't we just start with today's topics? Alright everybody, so why don't we just get started with today's topics. One thing I do want to mention actually before we do that is obviously we haven't been around for Doll Symposium for at least, I think it's like about almost a month now. I do apologize for that because I did say before that we are back on schedule, but I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. I actually have been trying to get the Japan vlogs up to date, and I did get day 3 out for everybody, so you can watch that. That is on my channel now, day 3 of the Japan vlogs, and I've been working on my unboxing videos, which are in the editing phase now, so we'll be doing that sometime shortly soon. But yeah, we have a lot to cover, or not really too much, because surprisingly enough, May didn't have as much news that I thought it would be, but hopefully we'll get more back up to speed and make this more of a bi-weekly show, and then get it up to speed more to make it more weekly again. But for as of right now, we are playing a little catch-up here, so I do apologize for that, but I mean, whatever. I mean, it's just the way things are right now. I've been bogged down with a lot of things, and especially with this whole crisis thing going on and a new way of life going on. I already explained it in the last video, so let's just get to the news though, right? So let's start as always with our Dolphy Dream stuff. So last time I did mention some very, very big news about Doll Party 43 and Sailor Jupiter. I was super, super excited for that, and I am still super excited for that, and it's coming up very soon. So let's talk about some things that we know. So for the Volks International version of the Dolls Party 43 online event is going to be a 3-part series. So we do have a little bit more information than we did before. And for the first weekend, which is going to be June 6th, starting on June 6th, you will be able to do well, not really pre-orders, but basically outright buy. If I'm reading the information correctly on the website, it seems like as long as you get on, you can buy a Sailor Jupiter or a Sakura Amamiya Dolphy Dream, and it will be shipped out on June 16th or 15th. 15th or 16th? I think it's 15th actually. It'll be shipped out on June 15th. Now my question is whether or not this is within the allotted time frame of the 3 days. Can you purchase Jupiter and it's guaranteed that it's yours within any time within those 3 days that it's available? Or within the 3 days time, you can purchase as many till they're sold out? This I don't know. So this could be a click war. Like everybody could get on that Saturday and everybody starts buying and buying and buying, and then like in an hour it could close. That's highly possible. They didn't specify that on the website, and if they did, it's probably lost in translation somewhere. Google Translate. And they even said so on their website. If you translate it to English using their own functions, it might not be exactly on par with what it says in Japanese or whatever. So this is parts that I don't know. So if any of you know out there, please put it down in the comment section down below so everybody else knows. But as far as I'm seeing this, everybody has the chance to purchase her starting on June 6th. Whether you're in Japan or international or whatever, and it'll be shipped out June 15th. So this is going to be a crazy click war, as I know a lot of people are really wanting Sailor Jupiter. Now, the second part of it is going to start on June 13th, and that one is mostly for resin dolls and one-off resin dolls. So for those of you that are interested in Volks resin dolls, and especially the one-offs, June 13th is going to be the day that you're going to want to sign on to the international website and purchase those. And then after that, you have June 20th, which is going to be apparel and accessories. So there's a lot of really cool costumes that's on there. Some cool like employment stuff on there, like doctor's uniforms, some dresses, some casual outfits. One thing to note that I think is really interesting that's going to be on there is the Hatsune Miku glasses from the Hatsune Miku event from this year is actually going to be on there for June 20th. So if you're interested in any of those items, that's definitely a must get for June 20th if that's something you're interested in. Now, Volks USA has also announced that they will be participating with the Dolls Party 43 event, also starting on June 6th. However, theirs is capped off Excuse me, I can't breathe for some reason. However, theirs is capped off for June 12th. So from June 6th to 12th, you have 6 days to purchase whatever is available on the website there. It also didn't specify whether it's a first come, first serve or a lottery. It just says more information, in the coming future or whatever. Keep an eye out on their website or their Twitter, Instagram, which is kind of a little bit concerning. As of the filming of this video today, which is May 25th, we're getting really close to that. So hopefully we'll get some more information soon, but Volks USA hasn't released any information as to what's going to be available. Now I'm assuming Jupiter and Sakura are going to be available during the Doll Party 43 for Volks USA. However, earlier when they announced that they were going to be participating, you see a picture on their logo or their banner that Sailor Jupiter and Sakura Amamiya is on there. And then the most recent post that they made on the Volks USA website only shows Sakura and Jupiter is now gone. So now I'm a little concerned on whether or not you can get Jupiter from Volks USA. Like I said, we don't know that yet. They're going to release the information as soon as they can. But as of right now, all we know is from what we see on the banner picture and that they're going to be participating on June 6th. Now let's keep moving on. So Volks Japan, for those of you that are actually in Japan, I guess for those of you that are living in Japan or went to vacation there, are now stuck there and can't leave or whatever, Volks Japan stores are working on a very limited capacity. So if you're actually in Japan, only certain stores are open. One thing to note that the Volks store in Akihabara for Volks Paradise is open on reduced hours, but the Volks Doll Point is closed, so you can't even go there. But other Volks stores are open throughout Japan, but also running on limited hours. If you want to know more about which stores exactly, go to the Volks International website, and it's actually listed there so that you can see that. But if I remember off the top of my head, I think the Osaka store is open, and the Sapporo store is open in Hokkaido, but I could be wrong on that. I'm just trying to go off memory, but definitely check on the Volks International website. It'll have those stores listed there. Now, also another thing is that the Volks stores in itself are going to be closed on June 1st due to employee training. So if you are in Japan and you are planning on going on the day of June 1st to go visit one of those open stores, all the stores are closed on June 1st. Whether or not that affects the online store, I don't think so. You could probably still place orders and all that, but it probably won't be shipping out on June 1st since nobody is there. Now, also, let's keep moving on. The Volks talking about store closings. The Volks USA store is going to be closed today as of May 25th in observance of Memorial Day. So you can still order things online. However, it won't be shipped out until the 27th. So you're going to have to wait a couple days before it actually gets shipped out. But that's just something to note. Also, Volks USA has started doing curbside pickup. So if you do live in the area, somewhere around California, wherever it is they are based, I forgot the name of the town. It's on the top of my tongue, but I can't. Whatever. Wherever Volks USA is located in California, they are doing curbside pickup. So if you live in California or somewhat close by, I guess in Vegas is a couple hours away, or San Francisco, if you wanted to make a couple hours drive, you could do curbside pickup and actually pick up there. And the curbside pickup is 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now, it's only by appointment, so whenever you order something, you just specify that you want curbside, and I guess they'll give you a slotted time of when to pick up stuff, so this way they don't have like a whole line of people outside waiting to pick up their stuff. Now, also, Volks USA is also having, starting today, May 25th, the February new outfit collection. Now, there's a couple really cool things in there, so definitely check out the Volks USA website, see if there's anything you want, but it does start today as of the filming of this video, and probably by the time you guys watch it, it's already live, so hurry up. Pause this, hurry up, go to the Volks USA website, check out if there's anything you want, purchase it, and then come back to this video and just resume. But you may want to do that. But that's really it for the Dolphy Dream stuff this week. Yeah, that wraps up everything for Dolphy Dream. So let's move on to Smart Doll News. But before that, let me get a drink of water, as I am doing a lot of talking. Okay, so, and another side note, I'm not getting used to this beard. As you guys can tell, it's really long right now. It was what I call my COVID beard. I'm not shaving it till I get to actually go back to work physically. I'm working over the internet virtually, but not going back till then, and I'm trying to keep it, but it's really annoying me. Every time I drink, I get water all over myself, and when I eat, it's all over the place. Like, I don't know how people do it that have like long beards, but I don't know how to get accustomed to it as of yet. But yeah, sorry if I'm like stroking it. Like, I'm sorry, I can't help it. Anyways, let's start with Smart Doll news, right? So there's a lot of stuff here, but it's mostly like miniature announcements and a few big ones. So some of this might go by quick and some not. So let's just get started with that. So the first picture here, Danny Chu has posted that Smart Doll Moment, which is on the Coming Soon page, has a backstory now up. So now you can read her backstory and everything that Moment is about. And she is so super cute. I really do like her. Definitely check her out on the Smart Doll website and read her backstory. It's a really good one. Now, moving on to the next one, Danny Chu's posted in this picture here of a prototype girl that he posted a couple months back. I think he posted this maybe even before Christmas, like a few months back he posted this picture. And there wasn't really much context to it other than like name her. And I don't remember what name I gave her, but I do remember one thing. I do remember seeing this picture of this girl, and I remember saying, she looks a lot like a certain somebody. And I think I specified like a couple days later or something like that, that it was Catwoman. I think she looks a lot like Catwoman. She definitely has that look of Catwoman, but I was wrong. So Danny Chu has posted this picture here and has announced, not really officially, but says that you wondered who she was, and she's like, wonder, wonder, wonder. Like all this wonder in all capital letters. So most of us have already deduced that this is Wonder Woman. Now, whether or not she will be released as a separate doll first, well, no, that actually shouldn't be. She's probably going to be released as Wonder Woman first, since we already got that spoiler. But it's highly possible that she will be released as an original girl that will look slightly different. Probably different eyes, different hair, maybe different face up, but with a different name, obviously. And that will come out sometime probably, I guess, this year. I don't know, I'm just guessing. But normally his dolls do kind of take that route. Like, we know that Melody was a prototype for Supergirl, but then ended up not being Supergirl, and it just ended up being Melody. And then Supergirl, as we all know, now has a whole different look and a different face, which looks so awesome. But it's quite possible that this version here is a prototype of Wonder Woman, and the final version will look slightly different, and maybe we'll get this version as a Smart Doll release. Who knows? This is all speculation. This is all my speculation. This is nothing official from Danny. I'm just guessing here. But the only thing we do know is wonder, wonder, wonder. This is going to be somewhat how Wonder Woman's going to be looking like. I don't know if that's going to be the official final look, but that's what she looks like. Now let's keep moving. So Danny Chu has posted in this picture here for Smart Doll Trident. Now, for those of you that remember, a couple months back, we talked about Trident with the third eye and how some people were for it and some people are against it. And they've made their opinion pretty public, and Danny Chu has noticed. But Danny Chu being Danny Chu, he's going to do what he wants, which is fine by me, because everything he's done so far has been truly amazing, at least doll-wise. All his girls have been truly amazing. And this one is no different. It's definitely different that can't talk today. It's definitely different than what we normally see from the Smart Doll lineup. And as you can tell, as we go on with today's episode, Danny Chu is reaching out to so many different things. And that's totally cool, because you don't want to be locked into like one type of doll or one set of dolls. Like, you want to expand, you want to grow, you want to try different things. And in doing so, in trying different things, you may inadvertently or vertently or, or purposefully stumble across something that you really want to do, and then make a new line or a new whatever, or a new feature that becomes a permanent staple of Smart Doll. You never know. But that's the whole point of trying out these different things. So, as you can tell, Danny Chu's been focusing on doing like a more fantasy type thing, and Trident does fit into that area. Now, the reason why he's pointed this picture, I've kind of digressed from the actual topic. The reason why he pointed this picture out was that he's decided that Trident's third eye, which he's calling the quantum eye on the forehead, is going to be made, I guess he said purposefully creepier, because some people said she's creepy to begin with. So he's going to make the third eye a follow me eye. Yes, that is going to be a follow me eye. So even though her regular eyes, her two eyes here, are going to be pointing, let's say, somewhere else, the third eye will be looking at you. And the third eye will be probably of a different color than the other two eyes. So that's another thing to be looking out for. Now, I know some people are super awesome and super excited about this, and then some people are like, not for me. But that's okay. That's the whole point. You're not supposed to like every single thing that comes out of Smart Doll, but you gotta appreciate at least, what the man is trying to do and what his company is trying to achieve. And I definitely think that this is another step up for Smart Doll in another direction that can branch out to a different audience, or even the same audience that he's always had, but branching off into other things, which we'll get into because there's a lot of other things going on at Smart Doll Land. So let's move on. The next day, Trident also we don't have an ETA on. So next one up, Danny Chu has posted in this picture here. This is going to be Smart Doll Starlight in cinnamon color. And Starlight actually and Starlight and Felicity is both going to be in cinnamon now. So both their milk versions are going to be discontinued, if not already discontinued. I don't know if he has any extra stock left on the store or not, but as of right now, he's starting to make Felicity and Starlight in cinnamon only. So milk is going to be discontinued for those two girls. Now, on that topic, though, milk in general will most likely be discontinued, with slight caveats. So certain characters, mainly the licensed characters for Code Geass and Cinderella Girls, Shiki Ichinose, excuse me, I can't talk. Shiki Ichinose and C2 from Code Geass are slated to be released in milk, as well as, he didn't mention who, but other characters from both those series that subsequently will be released will also be in milk. How many of them will be milk and how many of them will be cinnamon, we don't know. We just know that there is going to be more milk characters from those two anime shows that are slated to be released. As for the other girls, most of them will be phased out into cinnamon. And this is due to a couple of things. Cinnamon he's really liking, and I think cinnamon looks really cool too. I am a bit sad though because all of my girls currently are all milk. And that wasn't on purpose. It was just more like when I was buying a lot of Smart Dolls, milk was the only one available other than Cocoa and Tea. Cinnamon wasn't available at the moment. And then Cocoa and Tea was waiting for the right girl. I found the right girls. I just haven't purchased them yet because other girls that are already in milk that I really want just keep getting released first or subsequently afterwards. So I'm still waiting to get mine, but I'm probably going to get mine during the Fortuitous Tea. I might have to take a challenge on that one and do Fortuitous Tea. That unboxing will be interesting. But as of right now, yeah, all my characters are milk, and milk will be phased out. Now, milk parts are going to be kept, but more on a seasonal basis. So we don't know. It's pretty much kind of like how the guys are going to be. Every now and then there will be milk parts available, and I'm sure he's going to announce it in some way, shape, or form so that those of us that need milk parts will also be able to purchase them. Now, if you purchase a Smart Doll that's in milk, it is also covered under the 1-year warranty. So you will have milk replacement parts within the 1 year available to you if anything were to happen. But that doesn't mean that they'll be sold regularly. It's probably going to be reserves there for those of you that are still under the 1-year warranty, and those parts are safe for you. And at some point in time, he'll make more milk parts and then have them seasonal. This is all conjecture. This is all speculation. This is all what I think is going to happen based upon what he has said in his tweets. So that's pretty much how it's looking for milk right now. But that was a long tangent, but that was definitely one that was worth mentioning. Now, Danny Chu has posted in this picture here of a new Smart Doll girl that has hit Smart Doll Land. I can't talk today. That has hit Smart Doll Land, and her name is New Girl 202521. Yeah, that's not really her name. It's just a placeholder name, and Danny Chu is asking for you guys to name her. So it's been a while since we have that opportunity to name a girl, but definitely let Danny Chu know names for this character. You know what? She reminds me of Journey. She looks a lot like Journey, but also Independence. It's like Journey and Independence mashed together. And then she's definitely got more of an eyelashy thing going. Like if you see her, she has very defined like eyelashes. Like very, I don't know, they just kind of like pop out at you. like she's like major mascara or something like that. But she's definitely lashy. But I don't know what names to give her. You know me, I'm bad with names. I don't know, but let me know what you guys think for names down at the bottom. She's definitely super cute though. How many of you are also interested in purchasing her? Put it down in the comment section down below. I'm kind of curious. Now, let's keep moving. So, Danny Chu has posted in this picture here, speaking of independence, this is Independence in Tea, which is on the coming soon page. So if you are interested in purchasing her, make sure you hit that notify me button. And based upon how many notifications, may or may not determine how soon or later she will be released or even made. So this is how he gauges interest. So if you are interested in Independence in Tea, hit that notification button. Now, Danny Chu has posted more coming soon, so we will post in this picture here first, Chitose Multiverse in Coco. She is also on the coming soon page. Remember, the notify me button, make sure to make use of that. And Danny Chu has posted in this picture here of Chitose Multiverse in Tea as well, which is also on the coming soon page. Hit that notify button to let Danny Chu know how interested you are and when the release date should be for these girls, depending on your request on how many likes she gets or not, or no, not likes, but notify me's that she gets. Now, Danny Chu has also posted in this picture here, moment in, wait, hold on. Why did I write that twice? Oh no, I didn't write that twice. This is actually moment in the T version. Sorry, I got myself a little confused there. But moment in T is also on the coming soon page. Again, the notify me button, make use of that if you do want her. And then Danny Chu has posted in this picture here. This is an interesting one. She looks very familiar, doesn't she? And that's because this is Smart Doll Valiant. Aside from Mirai being the flagship character, Valiant has taken second place, which I'm a little sad about because Chitose was high up there on that pedestal, and I guess she's coming down, and now it's Mirai and Valiant. And I'm assuming Chitose's third, but I don't really know. But even if Chitose was last, Chitose is still my favorite. I love Chitose so much. No offense, Harna. But Chitose is my favorite Smart Doll, and Valiant has taken the place of second place. So, but the reason why she's really up here is you notice she looks slightly different. Now, this is Valiant semi-real. Now, a couple months back, we posted Mirai semi-real, which Danny Chu has posted for us to see. And now is the second semi-real of established girls, which is Valiant. How many more of our regular Smart Doll girls will become semi-real versions? We have no idea. But as of right now, Mirai and now Valiant are semi-reals. And you know what? I think Valiant actually looks better as a semi-real now that now that I'm looking at her. I feel like she looks a lot better in semi-real than she does in her regular version. Not to say her regular version is bad. I'm just saying, like, you know, comparing the two, she looks actually much cuter in this one. Let's keep moving. So, this is an interesting one. Danny Chu has posted in this picture here of Monday. This is Smart Doll Monday. And Monday is on the coming soon page as well. Now, some of you might be like, oh, it's another semi-real girl, but slightly different. Actually, it's not. Monday is part of a new class of girls. So we have the regular anime-styled girls, which is, you know, Mirai and Chitose. And then you have the semi-real girls, which is going to be like Independence and Entropy and the semi-real Valiant. And then you have Monday. And Monday is going to fall into a class that, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong here, but I think Danny Chu is asking for names to call the series, and I think he settled upon calling it Vintage. So this might be called, and don't quote me on this, but I think that's what he said in a post, and I can't find it. I was looking for it all day today when I was trying to do this video. But I think he posted somewhere that he's going to be calling it Smart Doll Vintage, and that's going to be Monday. And if you could tell, Monday kind of looks, by the name of Vintage, they have the shape and the stylized look of the old vintage porcelain dolls. And that's what she's modeled after. That's Danny's take of a porcelain doll reimagined in vinyl as a 1/3 scale Smart Doll. So Monday is definitely on the coming soon page. Hit the notify me button if you're interested in Monday. But also, in accordance with Monday, Danny Chu has posted in this picture here tomorrow. And a lot of people saw this picture of tomorrow and they were like, oh, okay, I can't wait till tomorrow. He's going to make some big announcement. No, he didn't. Actually, the new Smart Doll's name is Tomorrow. Like, it was a huge confusion, and I think that was on purpose because we were all checking the website. Refresh, refresh, refresh. We wanted to see what would happen, what's coming tomorrow, and it ended up just being the name of the new doll. We have no idea what tomorrow is going to look like, but one thing that we do know is that tomorrow will be in the vintage series. So, like Monday, tomorrow is going to be another vintage doll. Now, when these vintage dolls will be released, we have no idea. There's no ETA. Possibly late this year, but due to COVID-19, a lot of projects has been waylaid because obviously the reduced times that Smart Doll Land is open for them to work, and also for whatever reason we're all here stuck at home during the COVID-19 restrictions, and Smart Doll sales have even risen, and that's just weird. Like, I don't know why that is, because a lot of people have lost jobs or are furloughed and not making any money due to not being able to work, because some people have to actually physically be in a place to work, and because they can't do that, have now either been furloughed or lost their job. So in this time of crisis, it's very interesting to see that Smart Doll sales have actually gone up. So they've been very busy on just sending out packages like all the time. So that's going to be interesting. But we don't know when vintage is going to come out, and a lot of projects have been waylaid, because of this COVID-19 epidemic until later dates. So whether or not all these coming soon stuff will happen and come to fruition within 2020, we don't know, but it's definitely understandable if they get pushed back because we are in a time of crisis. So let's move on. So Danny Chu has posted in this picture here, new Smart Doll apparel. And this is the only apparel that has recently come out that I thought was really interesting, and it's the charcoal black weathered suit. Now, a long time ago, Danny Chu has released the white suit, which is like this James Bond looking white suit, which was really awesome. And I bought 2 of them because I wanted Mirai and Kizuna to have matching suits, so they look like secret spies together. And it was a lot of fun. I bought it and they wore it and they looked super good in it, and I took a lot of pictures in it. But then I didn't really use them again. Like, for me personally, like, those things are more in character suits and it's not like an everyday wear, I would think. So I have subsequently sold those suits to 2 very happy owners that are happy to have them. And I'm glad that they enjoy them and that they're, bringing smiles to them and their families as well as their Smart Dolls. But this charcoal black weather suit looks very much so like this, with some small updates. Obviously a different color, different fabric, and different button style on the suit, but definitely looks cool. Now, the old one had the white suit jacket, the white pants, and the blue shirt. This one in particular, I do not know if it comes with the shirt inside, but Danny Chu did specify it has the jacket and pants. Whether or not the shirt's in there, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see as more information comes out. Now, speaking of shipping things out, Danny Chu has posted in this picture here that he has now enlisted the help of FedEx. So DHL has been very awesome in these times of need for Smart Dolls since EMS has gone down. Well, not really gone down, but they've suspended their international shipments. And DHL has come in very in handy. A lot of people are super happy with DHL getting their products like the next day, 2 days, 3 days later. Very, very fast shipping. Some people didn't like it so much because of where they live. Maybe some places where you live, it's very hard for DHL to get out there and it doesn't come as quickly. Or custom fees are a little bit more, yada, 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 etc., etc. But long answer or short story, long answer. Oh my God, I don't know how that thing goes. But anyways, long story short, DHL is here to stay. And now, because so many products have gone out, DHL actually can't keep up with all the Smart Doll orders. So Danny Chu has enlisted the help of FedEx. So FedEx, starting as of May 13th, have been shipping out Smart Doll items all over the world in order to help DHL. Now, obviously, the 2 companies aren't working together, but Danny Chu has hired both companies to ship her things. Here's the caveat. Okay, so here's the trouble with working with this DSL camera. After 30 minutes, it cuts off automatically. So, as I was saying, here's the caveat. if you purchase something from Smart Doll, you don't get a choice between DHL or FedEx. It's not like you can choose. It's just whatever's available to ship at the time. Now, currently, Danny Chu is still eating up the extra cost, but that may not be forever, and prices might go up. We don't know. But as of right now, the one thing we do know is that you don't get to choose between DHL or FedEx. So you might get one or the other. Whether or not it makes you happy or not, I can't help you with that. I'm not Danny Chu. I don't make the rules. But I personally have no issue with DHL or FedEx. So to me, it doesn't matter. But there may be some of you out there that have had bad experience with them. And just do know that since you don't get to choose between either or, you just got to do it at your risk. Knowing that if you hate DHL, you might get DHL. If you hate FedEx, you might get FedEx. So just know that that is a possibility and you have no choice in that. So don't be buying things from Smart Doll and being like, oh yeah, I ordered a new Smart Doll entropy and she should be here within 3 days. And then like a week goes by, 2 weeks go by, and it's actually FedEx and FedEx was slow or whatever, yada, yada, yada. And you're like, oh, Danny, what's wrong with you? Why did it take so long? I want a refund or whatever. Don't start all that nonsense. He's already telling us ahead of time. It's DHL or FedEx. You don't get a choice. If you're not happy with that, which I know some people won't be, you can't please everybody. If you're not happy with that, don't order from Smart Doll because you will get disappointed. You're going to order something and you're going to be like, I hope it's DHL. And then you get FedEx and you're like, oh, screw you, Smart Doll. No excuses. He's telling you ahead of time. It's DHL, FedEx. You don't get to choose. So if you don't like it, don't order from Smart Doll. And I'm not trying to be mean about it. I mean, it's just self-explanatory. He's already telling you the things you might not like. So if you don't like it and you still order, you can't really complain about it. It's like saying, I don't want a red car, but Ford is only selling red cars and I want this Ford. And then you buy it and you're like, damn it, why is it a red car? They're all red, right? Like, they already told you ahead of time. So it's the same thing. He's telling you ahead of time it's DHL or FedEx. You don't get to choose. So if you don't like that scenario, don't order from Smart Doll. So let's keep moving. I spent a lot of time on that, more than I needed to. Accessories. I call it accessories, but this right here in Danny Chu has posted is a prototype wig for Reflection and Oceana. So this is going to be the new wig that's going to be coming out for both of those characters. And he needs a name for it. Like, what kind of style would you name it? I have no idea what to call it. Like, if I'm bad at names for, like, characters, I'm definitely bad in hairstyles. Like, I have no idea what that is. Like, it looks great, and it looks good on both girls, but I don't know what to call it. Like, short wavy. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section down below and let Danny Chu know. Post it on his Instagram or his Twitter feed. Let him know what you would think is a good name for this style of wig, which is going to be standard on Reflection and Oceana as of right now. So that wraps up everything for today's episode of the Doll Symposium. Thank you everybody for watching. Now comes my favorite part, the community shout out. So we haven't had a community shout out for the last video because unfortunately nobody wanted to participate at that time, but I do have a participant for this week's video. Let me pull it up right here. Okay, so posted in this picture here is from Mr. It says Mr. Mrs. Doll on Twitter. So this is their lovely smart doll Felicity, known as Lavendar. I love that name, as most of you who has been following me know I love Lavendar. Very awesome name. I like this picture. It looks really cool. She's just kind of like, you know, just kind of like gazing out the window there, like like it's like a really nice day. But it's a very cool picture. I do like the picture. It's really nice. And she's working post-apocalyptic uniform, which is very cool. Now, as always, they have a little message. So I'm going to read it out for everybody. All right, so here we go. We are a married couple who have just purchased our very first doll as shown, which is Felicity, and are brand new to the BJD dolls. Well, welcome. We look forward to interacting with this amazing community and sharing our newfound love for these beautiful dolls. So now they have specified for themselves for Mr. and Mrs. Mr. Doll. This is not something I ever thought I would ever be involved in, but I have fallen in love with these type of dolls and look forward to many adventures with them. Most likely the photos will be taken by me. I used to do photography in my younger years, so I'm very rusty and don't have anything to take beautiful pictures yet. This picture looks great. I don't know what you're talking about. Only an old digital camera and a phone, but hopefully can someday do these dolls justice with pictures. Like I said before, I think it's a great picture. You're doing great, Mr. Doll. Now for Mrs. Doll. I've always loved dolls. I collect some Disney princess dolls and always wanted something like Dolphy or Smart Doll. Thankfully, the stars aligned and I could get my hands on the beautiful Smart Doll Felicity. I used to cosplay, so I'm very looking forward to creating accessories and sewing outfits. I'm currently teaching Mr. Doll how to sew, so you may eventually see some outfits made by him. And they put here at the bottom, we currently can be found on Twitter at Mr. Mrs. Doll. So thank you very much, Mr. and Mrs. Doll, for participating in today's episode of the Community Shoutout. And we are glad to have you here as members of the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Smart Doll family and the BJD family. Now, like I said, I think the picture looks great. Obviously, if you get a different camera or different lighting setups, you can change the way it looks and things like that, and you can adjust things. But I think the picture looks great, and Felicity looks super cute in there. So thank you very much for participating in this week's community shoutout. As well as anyone else that wants to be featured on the community shoutout, just send an email to dlwshizusan@gmail.com. Now, there are some rules here. One, you have to have a photo that you want to show and share with everybody. It could be of your doll, of many dolls, or you and your doll, whatever you would like it to be. Just make sure that it's PG related. This is a family friendly channel as much as I try to make it be. So no lewd photos, please, no sexual photos or anything of that nature. Make sure it's just PG. Now, also put in your message or put in your email a message that you would like me to read out to the community, as well as what the doll is. Because sometimes if you've heavily modified a doll or changed some eyes or wigs, they look very different. So make sure you put the base doll at least. So at least when people see the picture and they're not familiar with who it is, they can become familiar because I'll tell them what the base doll is. And then also put in there where you can be found if you want that to be announced. So, i.e. if you have a Twitter account, Instagram account, Flickr account, or Facebook account that you want everybody to check out all your wonderful photos of your girls, make sure you put it in the email as well so I can share it with everybody. And then lastly, at the end of the email, just make sure you notify me what you do not want me to release. So there might be some things in there that you don't want me to tell everybody. Just make sure you specify that in the email so I don't unknowingly let out information that you didn't want to be shared. But that's really it. So if you want to participate in the community shoutout, please make sure you follow those rules. It will also be in the description down below. If you have previously participated in community shoutout, this does not preclude you from participating again. You can participate as many times as you want. I will be glad to feature you here on the Doll Symposium. But that wraps up everything for today's episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Please hit that like button if you like this video. Hit that subscribe button if you already haven't hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that little bell notification so that you'll be notified when all my new videos come out. Thank you everybody for watching. As always, I am your host, Shizusan, and my beautiful girl over here is the very lovely Haruna, and we will see you guys in the next video.
This is our time, this is our life. Sometimes all you need is a smile to get